Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Weather's going to warm up this week. Dan's weather report. Today I wanted to talk about how your brain and nervous system are not the problem. You know, there's a ton of talk in the TMS community that you've got a nervous system problem or a brain problem. So we'll get to that in a second. And enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet. Breathe in some fresh air. Been inside most of the day. All right. So, one of the core messages of TMS, mind-body syndrome, perceived danger pain, is relax, you're not broken. But yet, in the same sentence, myself included, we're talking an awful lot about the brain and the nervous system and dysregulation and limbic system problems and, you know, all sorts of brain rewiring necessary. And even though we're saying TMS by definition means you're not broken physically, we've now kind of created this whole perception that your brain and nervous system's broken. And I really want to dispel that myth, because I don't believe your brain is malfunctioning. I don't believe your nervous system is malfunctioning or dysregulated or anything along those lines. As a matter of fact, I believe your brain and your nervous system is working flawlessly, perfectly. There's nothing actually wrong with it. It's just operating at a level 10 out of 10 sensitivity. So we don't have a brain or a nervous system problem. I believe what we have is a misinformation and fear problem. Think about that. We have a misinformation and fear problem. Our brain and nervous system's working perfectly, but it's operating on misinformation and fear. And when it does that, it senses danger everywhere. It's our job to correct the misinformation so that we can dial down the fear, so that the brain can dial itself and the nervous system down from a level 10 out of 10 sensitivity to maybe a normal 2 or 3 out of 10, where it's still doing its job and keeping us safe and being aware of things, and, you know, anything legitimate is going to be detected. You know, we're not shutting off the pain system or the nervous system. We're basically just bringing it down from this hypervigilance down to normal levels. So again, I truly don't believe anybody in the TMS community has a brain or a nervous system problem. We don't have a limbic system problem. We don't have a adrenal problem. We have a misinformation and fear problem. And when the brain is operating on misinformation and fear, things go sideways, and lots of things are perceived dangerous. And as you know, I've been talking about that. When the brain perceives danger, it utilizes symptoms or pain as its warning signal. And that, in my opinion, is all that's going on. So try not to define that you've got this huge nervous system problem, this dysregulation. You don't have this neural wiring problem in your brain. Because that sounds almost as scary as having a bum back or a bad knee or something, right? Because that sounds pretty damn broken. And now I got to fix my brain. I got to fix my nervous system. Well, how the heck do you do that? I don't think we have to fix the brain or the nervous system. We just have to give it better information and dial down the fear. And when you give it better information, dialing down the fear happens naturally, because the information that I'm going to encourage you to absorb and buy into is that you're not broken in the first place. Whether it be pain, autoimmunity, digestive issues, headaches, you name it. I don't believe TMS, mind-body syndrome, perceived danger pain, or other symptoms, I don't believe that means we're broken. Even things like reflux and digestive issues, I don't think we're broken. I think the brain is operating on misinformation and too much stress. Let's add too much stress in there. But again, that almost connotates that you've got a stress problem that you have to fix. You know, it's not necessarily the stressors in our life. It's how we respond to them. And it's our perception that stress is dangerous. So again, you're not broken. Not physically, mentally, emotionally. You don't have a brain problem. I don't know how many people I talk to who said, oh, my brain's doing this to me. What's wrong with my brain? Brain's not doing anything. It's truly just got your best interest at heart. And it's overprotective because it's operating on misinformation and fear. And it's been in the fight or flight response for a long time. So it's just learned to become more sensitive and vigilant than it needs to for our day-to-day lives. So this is a simple message. You're not broken. You don't have a brain problem. You don't have a nervous system problem. I love the sound of that. There's a hawk up there. Yeah, you don't have a brain or nervous system problem. You've got a misinformation and fear problem. That's why I'm giving you these videos every single day to help correct the misinformation so that we can dial down the fear so that the brain will automatically start to settle itself down and become less and less vigilant. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, camera got a little funky there. I got a little bit dark. I was misreading the brightness. Hopefully that didn't screw things up too much, but you could still hear me, so even if you couldn't see my pretty face, the video should still be fine. Alright, so you got the message. You're not broken. You just thought you were. Your brain's fine. Your nervous system's fine. It's just operating on fear and misinformation. Correct the information, everything's going to settle down for you. Shift your attention to living your life, doing normal things. Don't try to fix your problem. 'Cause in the end, you're going to shake your head and go, wow, holy crap, I didn't really have a problem, did I? Nope. Misinformation and fear. A lot of the misinformation came from Dr. Google, Facebook groups, other people, well-meaning friends and family, doctors, the medical system, Wikipedia, WebMD, research, right? Let's correct the misinformation. The body knows what to do if we get the misinformation out and dial down the fear. So, I believe you can get better. I believe that's what your future looks like. And hopefully this message is clear for you so that you can be less fearful and focus on getting the right information, which is the fact that you're not broken. So, love you guys and gals. I'm going to wrap this one up, and I will see you tomorrow.